You good?
No, we're good.
All right, we're rolling.
I'm not ready. I'm going to run the car.
All right, we'll be right back in 45 minutes.
45.
I made it back
I was
to the
gonna
curve
say.
in 40 seconds
Last night, we're usually just sitting outside of Four Shades.
Yeah.
He points at the light at St. Francis and goes, "Time me, see how fast I'm gonna go." I said, he goes, "How fast do you think I can go?" I was like, "I think you can get about 40 seconds." He goes, "That is entirely too fast."
It's like, give me 60.
And then he gets going. I start timing it. Steve asks what's going on while it's happening. And I go, he turns around.
Here.
He turns around, hits the pole. It's 21. I was like, he might be able to make it.
I almost did.
And he almost did. It was like 42 seconds when he got back. So, I mean, it was actually pretty impressive.
Pretty close.
I may or may not have jogged.
At the end.
It's a little questionable, but there might have been jogging that happened.
At the end, for like a good 4 steps, I was like, yeah!
It was like 13 or something. I would take at least 6 or 7 to me
Each
to
step
get to
counts as 2 for him.
Like the first 6 or 7 steps is going to be getting to the jump. This is hot stepping it. I don't know. Whatever. Why am I here?
Welcome to That Checks Out.
With Gabe and Felix.
No Tricks Your Will video for this one.
There will be one for next week.
Yes.
No what?
Tricks Your Will is our number. Have we not told you about Tricks Your Will?
I don't know. I don't listen or watch your podcast.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
fair.
We haven't even introduced him yet. This is Biggs.
He's been on before, back in the audio-only days.
Yeah.
All we talked about was you and your parrot scare, or your parrot fear.
Yeah,
fear
he
of
was
birds.
I still haven't looked up the right term for fear of birds yet.
See? We're gonna look that up.
No, but no.
Aviophobic, maybe?
Aviophobic would make sense. Like aviophobic.
Isn't that what his job is for?
Can you?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing over there?
Hey.
We waited 45 minutes for you to get here and sit your ass there and do nothing? What the fuck? God damn. I could have pushed that pink button a long time ago, bro. My God. We had 3 podcasts the time we waited for your ass to stop and get lunch on the way here. What did you have, by the way?
What?
What did you have for lunch on the way here?
Immediately causing problems within the.
Dude, we just introduced him as an official team member last week. We're not trying to lose him today.
We just got him here.
I don't have hiring and firing power. Your job is safe.
Sure feels like he does, doesn't it?
Ornithophobia, because ornithopography is the study of birds, I believe.
That's weird that you knew that, but you didn't know the other. But honestly, all I heard him say was pussy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to say nowadays. There's probably another one.
I don't know.
I think that one's still okay, right?
Probably not supposed to say.
Probably not. Well, you're not supposed to say a lot of things.
I mean, they're
but
putting
do.
pussies on hats now, so I think you can say it.
Yeah.
That's how they.
Nancy? No, I feel like that's worse.
That was on ELR. Well, Frank said that. Frank called Ray all the time. Yeah, Nancy. You know
What are you referring to?
What do you know? What I think I'm referring to. Go ahead. And
No.
say it.
I'm asking
What's
you so you
ELR?
can tell. I'm not saying it out loud.
You know what it means.
I'm not saying it.
You know. I have
Do you
no
know?
idea.
Okay.
Just
I
you
guess
said
we're not going to
Frank
talk about your
and
favorite
Nancy?
show.
And wasn't Nancy Sinatra his wife?
No.
No, that's Sid
We're talking
Nancy.
about Frank Barone.
I don't know what a barone is. I've never seen one in an
He was married to
orchestra.
Marie. They had 2 sons, Ray and Robert.
The Osmonds?
No. ELR. He's not going to get it.
No.
He's not going to get it, and I'm not going to say it. So.
I'm not down with it. I can't help it. CBS was good in the early 2000s.
Oh man, I was more on like PBS Kids back then.
You know, it's wild that Ice Age was made at the same time too,
Why?
because he was doing the show and
Oh, he was one of the
Shout
guys.
out
yeah, he's the woolly mammoth.
The woolly
Yeah,
mammoth.
Yeah.
Dennis Leary's the saber-tooth tiger.
No, but who's the
Ray
woolly
Romano.
mammoth? Yeah, what show's he in?
Everybody loves Raymond.
What are the
ELR.
initials of that show?
Ah.
There you go. You dumb.
That's what fans
It's just,
call it.
that's
Never
how,
watched it.
No fans call it that though.
Yeah, well,
Only you call it. You know,
You Google it.
fan calls
There's
it.
a Pinterest
EOR.
thread for it now. Yeah.
A Pinterest thread or a subreddit?
Reddit? Okay,
A
whatever
subreddit.
you call it. I don't know. I've never been to the Pinterest. Reddit is a Pinterest thing?
Not a big crafts guy over
No. He's not making bows for graduation parties.
How do you do arts and crafts on the internet?
there. It
Pinterest.
teaches you.
That's Pinterest.
Pinterest.
They teach you how to do it. It's basically like,
Oh, it's like
art recipes.
It's like the magazine that my mom used to get, but now it's on the internet.
yeah. That's what the
It's like
internet
Good Housekeeping
is.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Reddit is Good Housekeeping.
it's the Home and Good Network.
Yeah,
Or
but
what
also
is it?
Reddit's Playboy.
Reddit and Pinterest are two different things, correct?
You correct.
What is Pinterest?
Pinterest is woman Reddit.
Woman Reddit.
Is it?
It's Reddit without the
Reddit? What is Reddit?
Reddit.
Okay,
Reddit.
sorry.
Did I say it
You
wrong?
lost me for a second.
Reddit.
Porn on Reddit.
There's a lot of porn
There's
on Reddit.
none on Pinterest.
Really good porn on
The
Reddit.
I know there
major.
was porn on Reddit.
Yeah.
Did you notice for a couple days last week that Pornhub thought we were in Nebraska? Did you have that problem?
Are you guys on?
I got on Thursday.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to get
I
on.
was trying to show somebody that you couldn't do it, and it pulled up, and it just said,
Yeah.
"Are you 18?" I was
Yeah.
like,
No,
The
that's-
only thing that keeps
As a matter
coming
of
up is
fact,
this
I
woman
am.
in a pantsuit, and she never takes it off. So like,
"Yeah, it's kind of
it's not real
lame."
sexy.
I'll send you a link to get your pants. I know a guy.
What kind of pirated?
Just been
version
holding
of-
it back for weeks, dude.
It's Pornhub, but it's all in Dutch.
That's fine.
That's fine. I don't need to know what they're saying.
Sexy milkmaids.
I mean, I didn't care what a woman was saying before I was watching porn. Why would I care what I was watching it?
We're gonna get canceled.
Why would you
Right
get canceled? I'll get canceled.
Oh God! We gave you a platform. We
I mean,
platformed you
Have we said worse things on here? Absolutely.
for sure.
I mean, I feel like that was a reasonable thing to say.
I mean, no, it's a little crazy. You've never listened to what a woman has said.
Sure, my mom said stuff.
All right.
My mom said stuff. Nothing specific, just stuff.
Just other things out there. In the universe.
Every when he was a kid, it was literally the Peanuts. Wah, 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 wah.
I have two of my earliest memories.
You do remind me of a grown-up Charlie Brown.
Oh, that's insulting.
I was gonna say Cartman.
Yeah.
That's better.
A little more
At least-
on brand.
At least Cartman's kind of cool. Charlie Brown's fucking.
I like that Cartman grew up to be
Charlie
a,
Brown is a nerd. Why does Charlie Brown get praised like he's so
got a lot
fucking
of-
great?
He's got a lot of anxiety.
No, well, that's the thing. He's a mental health hero.
And he let Lucy bully him. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, no, bitch
But at
bullied me.
some point, it's
And we're
his
just
fault.
like, Happy Thanksgiving. Well, yeah.
At some point, it's his fault because he knows he's gonna pull that ball out.
No, yeah, you're
At
right.
some point, that bitch would have woke up in the morning and found that ball deflated in her front yard. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, ain't nobody kicking this fucking thing ever.
Like if Charlie Brown decided to shoot up his elementary school, Lucy's going first.
Whoa.
And Peppermint Patty, a quick second. She was fucking clinging.
Pigpen was always kind of nice though. So
Well, yeah, because he was a dirty kid. Nobody wanted to sit by him, so him
Exactly.
and Charlie Brown had to sit next to each
But
other.
knowing Charlie Brown's luck, he probably ended up killing the little girl with the red hair or whatever he was had a crush on.
what? Wendy? Was it Wendy?
I think that's
Jesus.
Wonder Years. What the fuck are you?
I don't know.
Cross a comic strip with a sitcom?
No, you said a
Probably.
redhead girl, Wendy. No,
Wendy.
you
Oh, I
didn't
fucking
even think about
you
that.
like Baconators, you fat fuck.
Nah, dude, you know I'm a spicy nugget boy.
That is a very fat thing to do. Get your childhood cartoons mixed with a restaurant. I feel like we're closer.
Forget it, dude. I'm going to Krusty Burger from now on.
I feel like we're closer now. Now all I'm thinking about is Wendy's.
Dude, I kind of got spicy nuggets with sweet and sour sauce bouncing
Dude.
around up here.
The Baconator is a good burger.
It is a
You know,
good
fast
burger.
food
Pound for pound, when it comes to fast food burgers, I don't think there is a better one than the Bacon.
Well, you know why Wendy's patties are square, right?
You want to hear a funny story? about it?
'Cause they don't
Go
cut
ahead, tell me.
corners.
They don't cut
Yeah, I know, I
corners.
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There used to be a comedian. I mean, I'm sure he's still here in town, but he doesn't do comedy for us. I know this guy named Eric Sharp. He used to live in town, and he had a son back in the day. And when he would, like, be down on their luck, and they would feed their family on the dollar menu at Wendy's. And so one time later on, he found out that Dave Thomas was coming through Wichita on like a book signing tour to Wendy's. And so he goes to see the book signing to meet Dave Thomas. He buys a book, waits in line, and he gets all the way up to the thing to meet Dave Thomas. And he's like, "Hey, Dave Thomas." You know, when I was a young father, my family and I survived sometimes on your dollar menu. It was a real important part of our lives. I just really want to say thank you for that. And he's like opening his book to get it signed. And Dave Thomas is like, yeah, thanks a lot, buddy. All right, there you go. He's dismissed it. And Eric was like, fuck Wendy's. I will never go there again.
Dave Thomas is an asshole, dude.
I love that story.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
But what did you expect from Dave Thomas? Like, he's
I
a
don't
busy
know.
guy. He's got
I
a
definitely
long
assumed he
line.
would have been a lot nicer.
From
That is
what
true.
you would think. You would
Yeah, I
think
guess
a
so.
lot
Of all like the faces of fast food restaurants.
And I mean, realistically, where's a book about a fast food chain going to sell the best? Probably in the Midwest.
Yeah, that's why you be nicer to the people in the Midwest.
Exactly.
He wasn't nice to the guy.
I know. That's what's surprising about it.
Okay.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah,
Okay.
it was surprising.
And he was like the spokesman for Wendy's. So he
Yeah.
was a national figure of sorts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was right after
So
the
you-
Where's the Beef lady.
You would think they would have been like, you got to be really nice on these meet and greets. But that's probably why they had the meet and greets at the Wendy's instead of a bookstore or something. Because Barnes & Noble was so
At a
like, we
Wendy's.
ain't having this guy here. He's pissing the customers off.
Dave Thomas just like chilling in the back freezer waiting to make
That's
an
his
appearance.
green room.
But it
It's
also would make sense that somebody who ran a fast food restaurant would be real short with people.
Right.
It's all
you
about,
gotta
Yeah,
it's
it's all about
efficiency. Let's
efficiency.
go. Let's go
get your spork and get moving, son.
for your baked potato. Oh my goodness.
Also wild that Wendy's has baked potatoes. Like
they
no
cornered
other
the game.
no
they
other
really
fast
cornered
food
the
chain
game.
is doing baked potatoes.
I don't think I've ever had a baked potato from Wendy's. I
haven't either.
I don't trust that their employees are washing the potatoes.
That's actually very reasonable.
You know?
I used to know a guy that used to be a manager of a Wendy's, and the potatoes are fantastic. At least so at the ones that he used to work at.
Yeah, that's your friend making your potato for you. My friends don't work at Wendy's.
Friends don't let
You ever
friends
made
work
friends
at
with the
Wendy's.
people?
I mean, I got a lot of friends in the fast food business. Don't get me wrong. No friends at Wendy's. But I mean, hey, I hear the corporate structure and the people at the top are kind of assholes. So, it makes sense that trickles down through the corporation. You know what I mean?
What if Dave Thomas was just the colonel, but he shaved?
I think they were lovers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It used to be meetings of the 5 families.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, and they're just like, you guys can't sit next to each other anymore. You get real handsy with each
Who were
other.
the other 3 families?
The
McDonald's.
McDonald's, the Kings,
So Ray Kroc?
Ray Kroc,
Ray
he's
Kroc.
yeah.
Roy Kroc.
Roy,
It's Ray.
Yeah.
It's Ray. Michael Douglas played him in a movie.
I thought it was
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Batman
Whatever.
played him, dude.
Michael Douglas.
I get all the white
Michael
Michaels mixed
Douglas
up. Michael
was
Douglas,
just-
Michael Keaton, Michael Jackson. I get all the white Michaels mixed up.
Not Jackson 5, Michael Jackson.
I mean, from when I was born, he's white Michael my entire
Yeah.
life. I only know white Michael. There's only videos and pictures of black Michael.
I think that's one of the best jokes in Hot Tub Time Machine. They go back in time. They go, wait, what color's Michael Jackson? He's like, black. And they're all confused. He's like, oh, no.
What was it like growing up with a black Michael Jackson?
I don't really know that I remember Black Michael Jackson.
The legacy of the white Michael that he left in the last 20 years of his life.
I mean, he was like the whatever. He was the biggest celebrity of my childhood, probably.
Yeah.
Right. I saw him live in 1988.
Oh, really?
Opening night of the Bad Tour in Kansas City,
Really?
Kemper Arena. I think it was the opening
Owen
night
Hart
of the
died.
Stop. I knew you were going to do that.
I'm pretty sure it was the opening night of the American leg of the tour. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
the first time, or maybe the second leg of whatever. I don't know. It was whatever. It was cool. The thing I remember most, other than some of the show, is there was a large African American lady in front of me dancing.
Why are you pointing at me?
She was kind of right in front of me. I wasn't really pointing at you. She's dancing up. She's kind of in my way, and at some point, her husband or somebody turned around and was like, "Bitch, sit down. Let the white boy watch the show." And I remember that guy to this day. I was like, "What a nice guy."
What a
Hella
guy.
in the way. You know what I mean? Because I mean, far away.
Even he deserves to see it. Come on now.
I don't think Michael Jackson was a large man. Like he looks.
No, he's like 108 pounds.
Yeah.
Soaking wet, 5'4".
Was he really?
I don't know. That's all he was. I'm just bullshitting.
But he might have been like slowly turning white at that point.
Getting lighter.
Yeah.
Getting lighter.
It was
yeah.
like, if it was the Bad Tour, he's white on that cover.
He's at least brighter on that cover, and
Very
at least
bright.
a lot of the plastic surgery has taken hold.
He wasn't in his final form. He was like Charmeleon. He was past Charmander. He's more Charmeleon, moving towards Charizard.
Was that the one thing that we just never understood? Michael Jackson was the first human Pokemon when it comes to race.
I mean, yeah, Sammy Sosa was second.
That was even better because you could hit.
I
home
had
run.
shoes with black Sammy Sosa on them.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Pokemon is. Is that on the Pinterest?
I think so.
No.
I think that's more of a Tumblr thing.
That's more on the Reddit.
Yeah.
That's where they all graduated to Reddit at some point, from Pokemon to Reddit.
People always said there should be a Pokemon stop at the place downtown.
Pokemon Go?
No, like a place where you get a you have to go catch the Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon Go. You
Pokemon
can
Go.
catch a Pokemon like in different spots around towns and whatnot.
I didn't need you to explain it to me.
What did you want?
I mean, I knew what I was talking about.
Well, no, I just wanted to make the connection that we were making the same connection.
Why are you yelling?
I'm not yelling.
I remember when Pokemon Go came out and they accidentally put a Pokemon in Auschwitz and people
What are you
were
doing?
going-
What are you? I'm sorry. What?
I thought I was just doing what you expected me to do. I'm just trying to give you what you thought you ordered.
Which honestly, I guess I wasn't expecting much.
I don't know. I was just like, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, Biggs is coming on. He'll make fun
Yeah,
of Felix.
no,
It'll be
it'll-
a good time.
I haven't said you're not funny yet.
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, I mean, he's got to say something not funny first.
I'm not saying you've said
We've just been
anything
having
funny.
fun.
But you haven't said anything not
I'm enjoying
funny.
the conversation.
I know, me too. Don't ruin it. You're kind of ruining it right now. You're kind of fucking it up right now.
Why are you yelling again? Nobody is upset with you.
I just like to watch the world burn sometimes.
Oh my god. Anywho.
Lighting fuses and running away.
You want to do some current events?
I'm in a really good
What?
mood because I passed a Porsche on the way here today. We're past a
What
Porsche
color
on the
was
highway.
it?
Blew right past him. I was white, I believe.
You passed it? Like you? Oh, I thought you meant like you just saw it all along the way, but you passed it on the
And I passed
highway.
it on the highway.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't passing a parked Porsche would not.
No, I thought you just meant like you saw it in traffic. I
I
passed,
I passed
the
the
Porsche.
Porsche dealership.
Yeah,
It's
well,
going to be a
maybe
good
that-
day.
no. That would have been dumb. What if he would have said that? That would have been dumb. What I was saying is, I thought you saw it in traffic. It was at a stoplight when you were passing by or something like that.
I'm not that big a fan of Porsches that I would have brought it up if I didn't just pass.
Well, and I didn't know that. You're a weird
I
guy.
blew one past one on the highway, and I felt
Okay.
really good about myself.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
He overtook it.
I mean, I think that's even better.
Yeah.
But
Okay, if that's what you meant, that's what you should have said.
I played a lot
I
of
thought
racing
that,
games.
I mean, I didn't. I thought it was implied that when I said I passed it, that I guess I should have passed on the. I'm sorry that I didn't write my fucking story good enough for you. Man, this podcast is tough. You're mean, dude. I didn't yell at you though when you did that to me. I just pointed it out.
Well, way to go, dude. You got to treat our guests with some civility.
Oh my God, Gabe, why did you?
see why
You
you-
shut up too.
I see why he sits way over there. Watch out for your wrath.
You know what? I'm gonna leave you
Wild
alone
move to
today.
go after a dude in a Cannibal Corpse shirt, though. Like, I would not do that. Because he sings songs about
He's the
shooting
one that
blood
yelled.
from
He
your
yelled
cock.
at you first.
I was just mad. I was mad because I thought he ate without me. It's a fair thing.
Biggs is like, yeah, I can come do your podcast as long as I'm out of here in time to get some food before I go to the next stop.
I just sensed that we were sitting while he stopped to get lunch, and it was bothering me. He had called to see if we wanted some fries or something.
But you just sensed that. You didn't have any confirmation that actually happened.
No, I just-
And then he just said he didn't eat. Now you just feel like an asshole, don't you?
No, I don't feel like an asshole. I just was wrong. It's okay. Sometimes you pick up on things, and sometimes you don't.
That is kind of how you live your life. You just make assertions, and if you're wrong, it's like,
Whatever.
Hey, listen,
But if you're right, it's like, go fuck yourself, guys.
a psychic isn't right 100% of the time. Neither am I. I never claimed to be clairvoyant. I just thought I picked up on
Not
something.
a psychic even.
Whatever.
I think psychics do claim to be clairvoyant.
I think, isn't that the whole thing?
I thought that was kind of the point of being a
I'm
psychic.
saying I wasn't claiming to be. I don't. What?
But you just said psychics aren't right 100% of the time.
I don't think they are. Have you ever been to a mind reader?
No.
Those guys? I don't think they are.
I saw the
I think they would claim to be right all
Well,
of the
people
time.
will tell you lots of things. That doesn't mean they
Yeah.
are.
I mean, I've seen the hypnosis at the state fair.
Listen, baseball
pretty
players
cool.
don't hit the ball 100% of the time. I don't think psychics are
Okay.
hitting it 100% of the time. I think doctors lose patience every once in a while. I think it's a universal thing in life. Not everybody's perfect at their fucking vocation.
He's not wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Doctors lose patience.
Sometimes doctors lose patience.
You do not compare yourself to a doctor.
I did not compare myself to a doctor.
No, we're all smarter than doctors.
My God, Felix.
Okay, hold on. Hey. Quit turning it on me.
You're making me feel bad.
I'm trying to compliment everybody. We're all smart.
Yeah, I thought I was too.
I'll
I was
take
putting
it.
us all in the same boat,
None of us got coaxed into going to school for 8 years.
I feel like you're just upset because you work in a dying media.
I didn't say anything
You're
about.
bitter about it. It's okay.
Nobody said anything about working in a dying medium.
Okay. I said media.
And if it was dying, it'd be dead.
Okay.
I don't even know what my radio presets are in my car.
I don't even know
It's what it is. Somebody knows what theirs are, and that's all that matters to me.
Shout out to Jim.
Do you guys have a lot of regular callers on that radio show?
Yeah.
Is there one that you don't like the most? Can we talk about him on this podcast?
I don't want
Yes.
to.
Can we just give like a fake name and talk about the person? Like, is it old? It's old Frankie from Pretty Prairie. You know what I mean? First time or long time listener, first time caller. Is that guy? You get those?
No, I'm trying to think.
Do people say that still?
Because there's a handful out there that I could.
He
Couldn't
never
think
answers
about.
when I've tried to call in.
You don't.
That's
answer
not
the phone
true.
For, you have the hotline number. Or you just call the regular number.
I just call his phone usually.
Well, you don't give your,
That's
you
your
don't give your
problem.
boy the hotline number.
I give the world the number
I need
when I'm
the
on the air. I
hotline
just
number.
say it.
Well, usually don't you have a backup number that you just give? Right?
No.
I'm just trying to be a
no.
recurring guest on this other one too.
On what other one?
Yours, your
Oh.
radio show.
You're not really into sports, are you?
No.
I like skateboarding.
That's not.
Why don't you have him on to talk about skateboarding?
Because it's not a sport.
It
That
is a sport.
It's not.
It's
Is
in the
cheerleading a
Olympics.
sport?
No.
Why weren't you a cheerleader? I feel like that would have been more in tune to your personality.
What do you mean by
Did
that?
you go
2
out for
days in a
football?
row.
Did you walk into the wrong tryout at one point and then got playing football instead of being a male cheerleader?
He got in the huddle when they were doing a chant. L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm serious. Like, you seem kind of like maybe you've changed since you played
Boy, this,
football.
this cheerleading's a lot tougher than I thought it would be.
I honestly, I mean, if we were being honest, I probably have changed more since I've played football. I used to be a very different person.
Did you play offense or defense?
Offense.
That makes sense.
Why?
Because you just don't seem like you do it in your act. You're like not a fighter. Like, you don't seem.
No.
The offense makes sense.
No, the offensive lineman,
More
I
of a
mean,
protector than a fucking like. I'm
There
gonna
you go.
Get him, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
there you go. Yeah, I'm a protector.
Yeah, okay.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
Okay. I didn't mean it as a compliment.
It felt nice. Did,
I think
did
it- I
it,
think
did
it
it
might-
feel nice?
It did feel
It
nice.
felt nice.
Okay, but I feel like in my own roundabout way, I was calling you a pussy.
Once he said that it wasn't a compliment, I was like, oh, no, he's calling you a bitch. It felt nice at first. That was also true. But then I was like, nice being
clip?
a
Can we cut that clip to make sure that it just stops where it says you're more of a protector? Hell yeah! Just right there.
I mean,
End it
that's
right
a
there.
good thing, but that also means that's why you would be on the cheerleading team, because there's a lot of girls to protect. Like,
I did. That's how I met Gabe's sister, or not met Gabe's sister, but like
Met a Gabe's sister? What?
no.
I have 2 sisters.
Oh, okay.
And Felix went to
I went to
school
high
with one of
school
them.
with one of Gabe's sisters. She's a year ahead of me. And I went on the New York missions trip after my freshman year because they needed dudes to go on the trip just in case the girls would get into some trouble in New York City, these Kansas girls and whatever. And so that's kind of how I met Gabe's sister.
So they,
'Cause she was one of the
we're like,
girls
we need to
on the
protect
trip.
our young teenage girls.
Let's
So
bring
we're
an
gonna-
even younger
So we're
girl.
going to get a teenage boy to help protect
Precisely.
our teenage girls. That makes a lot of
Precisely.
Yep.
sense.
And they were all like about to be juniors and seniors. I was about to be a sophomore.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you're still a big dude. Like,
Yeah.
Intimidating.
At least it looked like I was going to kill these people when I was just as scared as they were,
The
probably,
more I think
if
about
not
it,
more.
private Christian school makes less and less sense to me every day.
I thought when you first said New York missions trip, I thought you were talking about a team. And for a second, I was like, that's a weird name for a
The
team.
New York missions?
Yeah. That's a strange name for a team.
Was it named after the tortilla chips?
These corporate sponsorships are getting out of hand. It's ridiculous.
It's wow, Judge Dredd when they had the was it Judge Dredd or Demolition Man when they had the great corporate wars and like Taco Bell sponsored Congress or something. I don't know. It was a deep cut.
Would that be Idiocracy?
I don't watch a lot of movies.
Well, Idiocracy did it too, but it was in. I feel like it was,
Okay.
but I don't remember. But it was one of them.
that's the first thing he said since ornitholophobia.
Ornithologist.
What was it? Ornithophobia?
That's the first thing he said since he called him a pussy. That's what he said. That's what Does your mom watch this podcast?
No, I don't think so.
Does she know you're on a podcast?
Yeah, I told her this morning.
Just this morning.
No. I've mentioned it before, and I feel like she's had to have seen something from this thing.
Did she encourage you to play football?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was
She wanted you to go to the NFL and bring back.
She was a single black mother to an only child at this size. I should have gone to the NFL. She's very disappointed.
You could have been making millions right now, and you're telling your silly little jokes.
Did she bring it up sometimes at breakfast?
Every now and then. She's like, I mean, if you would have stuck with it.
I could have been eating these eggs in a gated community.
Damn.
I don't know why I made her sound like that. like in King of the Hill's neighbor. What was that guy's name?
Boomhauer?
Boomhauer.
Bang, no, we've been having these eggs here,
No,
man.
but yeah, no,
She's
she's
swinging it or
pissed.
something.
She's pissed. She wishes. She wishes that I was playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or whatever.
She's just over your shoulder like, better start writing, bitch.
It's better prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Was your mom a big Warren Sapp fan?
No.
It's weird that you said something.
I just threw out a random team.
I get it. That's a weird team to pick. You want to live in Tampa Bay for some reason?
No. I do have... if I were to play in the NFL, the NFC South would be the division I want to play in. And Caleb, you'll get this. Because you're only playing in either a dome or a warm weather city for at least 12 out of your 17 games.
I don't think you get to pick.
No, but like being in that division, the way the math works out, you'll either be in a dome or in a warm weather city for 12 of your 17 games.
But what difference does that make?
You don't have to play in the snow, and you don't have to play in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I feel like playing in the snow would probably be better.
No, it sucks. It's the worst thing in the world.
It sucks, but what happens in the day that you need to win a game in those conditions and you're not used to?
Well, I mean, you only have to do it once or twice. We're gonna lose a couple of games every season. It can be the one in the cold
Well,
weather.
yeah, with that attitude.
Hey, hopefully we won all our games in the warm weather, and we're doing fine and have all the games at our place.
You're really confident for somebody that never made it past college. I can't believe still the other day that you were real upset when I was talking about when I played college ball. He got mad because I was like, I was playing college ball with my buddies from college. I was DeVry, but we were in a league and we played, and he didn't think that counted. And I was like, I was in college.
No, because I asked him a few questions. So who'd you guys play week 1 of your sophomore year?
The University of Phoenix.
All right.
That was an online game, but we played it.
There's just
playing Madden back and forth with customized teams.
Just NFL Blitz. Madden on Madden.
He's got the new college football game, got his new settings and everything. What was the score?
It was 1, remember? 1-7.
Yeah.
How do you get... Okay.
Listen, there was a very...
Explain this part. Explain how 1 point was scored and how you don't exactly remember how it happened.
I told Felix, I had to excuse myself to the bathroom during this particular play. So I didn't actually see it. I can only tell you what I was told, because our games weren't exactly televised. So it wasn't like there's video of it, right?
So here's the thing.
It's a very specific play, and the ref, whatever happened, I don't know exactly what happened, but he awarded a half a safety.
All right.
The most unique play in football history.
I know it has something to do with the halfback, but I don't know if that means anything with the score.
That's not true.
In online football history, that.
Yes. The most unique play in football and sports history has happened, and he was on the shitter.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say I was taking a shit.
Okay, you were in the restroom. Were you on the urinal?
Yeah, I had too much water before the game.
Okay, you waterlogged yourself?
Hydrate.
Say Gatorade is addictive. I really never went to DeVry.
Oh, really? Really?
No, I couldn't. I didn't make the cut.
He's more of a National American University cat.
Is that a place?
They had the theme song.
They had the theme song.
On the...
Yeah, I know.
One
I
time.
think I had a relative that worked at that place one time.
Work from home.
Were they a professor?
Not really a relative, like a by marriage relative.
Okay.
So somebody you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a person that shows up at the same things you were at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't know their middle name.
I
You're
can't
not
say
that
more
close.
because I don't know who would ever watch this, and I don't want to. It's kind of like you talking about your regular column.
I know that's why I stopped.
But do you even talk about your podcast on your radio?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're on the radio talking about your podcast.
Yeah.
And your boss doesn't get mad about that?
No.
That's weird.
No.
His boss doesn't listen to his radio station.
Really?
He doesn't listen to my show.
Well, Larry Steckland's probably like where?
Well, he's not my boss.
But he's the owner, right?
No.
Who's that guy?
It's this kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't.
I just like the name Steckline.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
It is a strong name.
That sounds like something you bet on in sports. Oh, I bet the Steckline. Whatever. Can you gleek? Do people still gleek? Do you know what that is?
Do you know what
It's
this
like
is,
a
Caleb?
hiccup burp.
Gleeking? A hiccup burp? What the fuck?
Isn't that what a gleek is?
No.
Do you know what gleeking is?
I couldn't describe it to you, but I know the word.
I know the
Is
word.
it like, okay, go ahead.
So, I don't know if I can describe it either. It's a very specific type of spitting.
Okay.
It's like
A lot
getting
of
it out
most
of your
people can-
tongue.
Most people can only do it on accident, but some people can do it intentionally. Don't
It's-
try to do it.
It's like creating a platform and like a
It's a very specific
with
like,
your tongue. It's
small
weird.
stream of spit that comes out of your
The
mouth.
one that looks like it comes out from between their teeth.
Yeah, like it's like an arc, and it's like just a little tiny stream, and it'll shoot out.
I could only do that if I like had water in my mouth.
Yeah.
So it's an accidental thing usually for people.
Yeah.
But I knew people when I was growing up that would do it on purpose.
It's gross.
Not friends with those people anymore.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I don't know. I just wonder if kids are still doing that.
I don't know. I don't know.
None of you have kids though,
I
right?
don't know.
No.
And definitely none that would be old enough to be like, I'm going to gleek on you, dude.
Why not? I think it was like in elementary school. Hopefully your kids grow out of it. Like I don't remember that
Yeah.
happening. Fast.
Yeah.
High school at least.
I hopefully spitting on people.
If
dude.
someone gleeked on me as an adult, they're gonna get punched. You know what I mean? Like I was in the car with my buddy, and all of a sudden I was like, "What the gleek just happened here?" I would stop the car and beat them to death.
And then but then you see them pull away, go
Yeah. I was
making a weird sound at you.
I wouldn't
It's
be
one of
very
them
happy.
spitting cobras. Ah!
That's gross. I didn't know gleek. Is that like was gleeking like a thing? Like planking was a thing
I don't know if it's was fat. I think it's just something
God,
that kids
plank.
do.
that you can do.
But I think kids grow like out of a thing of like
Like only kids can do it with their tongue.
I don't know if kids can.
Yeah, because
do
their
it.
teeth aren't grown in, so a lot of
Is
them
that-
have a
is
gap.
that-
You
is
could
that-
probably still do it.
Maybe that's
Hey,
what
yo,
it is.
hey.
Maybe there's only a specific
Hey.
window of time in your life when you're able to gleek. I don't know.
Hey,
Or a specific window between your front teeth.
me and Michael Strahan are.
No, you mean Michael Strahan. His is worse. People don't talk about it enough. Michael
No.
Strahan's lisp is worse than Mike
You
Tyson's.
you tackle enough people. People stop talking about what's wrong with you.
That's probably true. I forget he played football.
He's a fantastic journalist now.
Yeah.
Michael
I
Strahan.
He's
feel
a
like you're
journalist.
using playing a little fast and loose with the word journalist.
Yeah.
I'm a journalist.
I mean, yeah, you do
Exactly.
the news. He's like a.
He's on Good Morning
Yeah,
America.
that is, he's like an anchor.
Yeah, but he does like
Like,
the
he's
as.
not-
Yeah, that's journalism.
Yeah, but he does more like as seen on TV.
He's not
reviews.
writing the stories. Like he's not.
Hey, Caleb.
That is a journalist.
All right.
No, that's a.
We were members of.
I would use the term.
We are
broadcaster
we are
long
Hutchinson
before-
Collegian alum.
No.
So I think we would know what.
Michael Strahan has never investigated a,
journalist is.
story. He's never
Hutchinson
written,
is
he's
a
never
junior
written
college.
copy. That
Or
dude is
city.
showing up and reading off a teleprompter.
I bet
he's
you
a
he has.
face on the screen. I'll give you broadcaster. I will not give you journalist.
He's a broadcast journalist.
I feel
Somebody
like
writes
I'm
for him.
standing up for all the other journalists in the world who actually write stories and go out and do things.
I think broadcast journalist. I think we can compromise on broadcast journalist.
You're still a pussy.
Me or Michael Strahan?
I let you have it. I'm good. Whatever.
Okay, I was-
moving past this. Fuck Michael Strahan.
Why? What did he ever do to you? We got beef with Michael Strahan.
I don't know.
Did he sack you? Did you play against his team in college when you were with DeVry?
Did he play for the other teams?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't.
ICDC.
He didn't go to my school.
He went to ICDC college. College.
Is that a place?
It was Lil Bow Wow's version of DeVry. He was in the commercial, and he wrote the jingle for him.
Is Lil Bow Wow still alive?
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Just haven't heard.
Or maybe it wasn't. It wasn't
he
Lil
still-
Bow Wow. It was Romeo Miller. Lil Romeo.
Lil Romeo.
Lil Romeo.
Is he still alive?
I'm sure. I hope so.
Does Vateron have an athletics program?
I'm
Is
sure.
that still a place?
Vatarat.
Vatarai.
Vatarat.
Vatarot. Yeah, because they used to have it in the mall.
Yeah.
Was
did
it
they?
Town West?
That's where you learn how to fix air conditioners.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a trade school.
Oh yeah, it's like a useful school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys get high on Freon.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a
Sucking
good ass
that shit in.
time.
Just,
Shout out to the Whippet community. Please don't be mad at me anymore.
you did get the Whippet community manager for a
They
while.
were pissed.
What happened to this moonshine?
This,
It's back over
You
there.
left it over there. You're gonna knock over
would
the
you
mic and do
would
that.
you grab that this jar right
The
here
jar.
on the corner?
Yeah. Hey, did you know that Pearl Jam just means come in a jar?
Thank you.
What?
Like Pearl Jam means come in a jar.
I mean, Pearl Jam is cum because it's pearl.
Pearl and then like jelly.
And it's
In a
jam.
jar. In a jam jar.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, that's like a saying.
That's why they named it that.
I mean, I know that's where they got the name. It was a cum thing.
Yeah.
So is, what's the other band name that's a cum joke? I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh God, I forgot what it was. Not Motley Crue. I know what you're talking about.
Did you shake it up?
No, was I
It
supposed
still
to?
tastes good.
I can shake it.
I'm not drunk. I don't want to spill on your electronics.
Yeah. That would be bad.
A man in a bar handed me that out of his trunk.
Oh, no. Does it have fentanyl in it?
He said he made it on the stove at home. I was like, can you do that?
That's how people make crack.
Oh, no.
That's how you make crack. Is on your stove at home.
Well, that's
My lips are buzzing. Uh-oh.
peach flavored
Is that
crack.
is that happen? Is that what happens when you do too much fentanyl?
Oh, that's definitely got booze in it. I feel that.
No, when you do
Oh,
too
yeah.
much, when you do
When I
too
took it
much
earlier.
fentanyl, this is what happens.
Oh, is it fast?
I don't know.
Is it fast?
Never done it.
What?
Fentanyl.
I sucked on a fentanyl sucker one time years ago. And then I just remember sitting at the bar going, oh. And then I took it out of my mouth and put it back in the package. I was like, I'll finish that later.
Before it finishes you.
A little bit more of that might kill me. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't know that guy long enough to get more of those. I only got like one or two, and then that guy disappeared. But he was dying of cancer. So.
Oh, so that's where he got the They were good fentanyl suckers then.
I mean,
Yeah.
they used to just hand those out. Like he had a bunch of them.
That's crazy.
Wild.
And that's the most deadly drug on the face of the earth now.
Yeah.
I think the fentanyl suckers, I mean, that was coming from a pharmacy, so it wasn't like,
Yeah, but it's still crazy that
Well,
like,
once you establish that he was a cancer patient that had them, it
Yes.
made more sense. I thought it was just a dude in a trench coat, like, hey, kid,
I got
selling
fentanyl suckers.
you want?
selling suckers.
I got watches on this side and fentanyl suckers on the other. Same price.
No, it came very pharmaceutically packaged. You could tell it was like from a pharmacy.
Yeah, it had his name on it and everything.
On each individual wrapper.
I don't know about individual.
Clifford Davis.
I think it was just like out of a thing, like you ripped it off a pack of suckers or whatever.
Take one lick every hour as needed.
A medical sucker does not look like a normal sucker. I mean, it's still like on a stick, but like this one had like a thing on the end of it.
God forbid a kid get a hold of a fentanyl sucker.
And honestly, that drug was like, I mean, it was not even, it wasn't very big. It's probably like the size of a Tylenol capsule at the end of the stick.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
And so like you sucked on it for a minute and you took that thing out because it didn't take much.
Right.
It's like more like a push pop situation.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm sure that if you had cancer and was in a lot of pain, you might do the whole thing.
Yeah.
I didn't have cancer or that much pain. It was always fun to do painkillers like that. And then go get hurt, though. You ever fall down the steps high on fentanyl? It doesn't hurt. It's like, let's do that again. You know what I mean? I mean, I think that's what painkillers are for. At least that powerful of a painkiller.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of in the name, kills pain.
I feel like those guys on Jackass were definitely on painkillers.
I was just going to say that.
At least for the first couple, or like even the major ones.
Yeah, because now they're all sober.
Yeah.
Like, they're all sober now.
It's easy to fucking get hit by a bull when you're on heroin or whatever.
Yeah. I've been watching
Let's do that again.
I've been watching a lot of Jackass lately, and I still just can't believe it.
That's
I mean,
nice.
it's a great thing, though. I
Oh,
mean,
that's outstanding.
it's sad that those guys are getting old and dying. They need to get a whole new group.
I know. They're working on
I
it.
know.
Are they dying?
No.
They're just gonna get old.
I mean, I knew the one died.
Ryan Dunn died. That was like in 2000.
Exactly. That was a long time ago.
That was right before the third one came out.
Yeah, I thought some of
But
them
then,
were.
like, I went back this week. I watched CKY2K, which was Bam's version of Jackass before Jackass.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
We should try to get Shane on Jackass. Let him kick the shit out of him.
Yes.
Use him as Preston Lacey,
Okay.
but even
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah. At least Preston's a good sport about it.
Shane will cry a little bit. It'll turn into a documentary, like a real documentary.
Yeah.
I like how we won't name other people. We're like, fuck Shane.
No, it's been like that since the beginning of this podcast. Since we were in Gabe's basement
Have you
doing
guys
this
ever
with
had
no
Shane
sound.
on this podcast?
No, and we never will.
No.
I know.
Don't want to.
I feel like I want to advocate for Shane to come on this podcast.
I've done podcasts with Shane.
Yeah, I know.
I've done too many.
Why? Didn't you only do 2? And then-
No, we did like 7. And I realized he had never seen any movies that weren't like Pixar.
Yeah. You ever ridden in a car with him? That's all he talks
No.
about is movies. And I'm like, Shane, I don't really watch movies. And he's like, yeah, but did you see Pretty Woman? And I'm like, no. I mean, I've seen Pretty Ladies.
I made Shane watch.
He's never seen Pretty Woman. I was just making an example.
It was
Probably never seen Pretty Woman to be a movie guy.
It started as we were gonna go see movie, like as they were coming out and do reviews of them, and then I realized I would make
hadn't
references
seen
to
any.
old shit, and he'd be like, "Huh?" I was like, "Oh, so you haven't seen anything?"
Huh.
I was like, "We're changing the entire format of this podcast to I'm gonna pick movies and you're gonna watch them."
Yeah.
And so I made him watch. He had never seen Animal House.
Oh.
He had never seen Spinal Tap. I made him watch American History X.
Jesus.
I just thought that
Don't
would
give him any ideas.
Yeah, it was just fun for me because I knew it would maybe make him uncomfortable. But then I think that was right before he said a racial slur on stage that one time, so maybe it had the wrong effect.
What racial slur did he say? Don't say it. Just tell me what he said. You know what I'm saying?
Felix can say it.
Oh. Well, he said the N-word then. I get it.
No.
No, he said something worse? What's worse than that?
What's the time on it? What time does the
How long
screen
is
say?
this story
40
take?
minutes.
40 minutes? All right, 40 minutes. He said jigaboo.
Jigaboo. Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's a racist? I thought that was. I know the guy that says his name.
Oh, we brought in a caged animal.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Don't be like that. That's not bad. You can't say
It
that,
wasn't
no?
great. It wasn't great.
Yeah, but hearing Shane say it,
Well, I
I think that's what really sent it
Where
home
did
for
he do
me.
that at? Was it
the
Vorshay's.
Vorshay's. He was hosting.
I think Sam Norton was the headliner.
I thought it was an open mic.
Why
No,
would
it was either Sam Norton or
was
Dan
he talking
Alton.
about somebody in the
It
crowd?
was Dan Alton.
It's talking about me
He was talking about you.
because I just
Yeah.
wrote a bit about the word jigaboo.
What was your bit?
Um,
Wasn't funny, was it?
it actually did pretty well.
Well, what was it? Let's see.
I think it's funny. There's no white slur that you can say to a white guy that would hurt their feelings. Like, I can't call you a honky. You probably just laugh in my face.
Do you know what insult would hurt my feelings if somebody called me it? And I feel like this is the whitest thing you could call somebody. If you call me a hot pocket.
Why a hot pocket?
And I'm not because so Dave Chappelle played Wichita years and years and years ago. He played WSU, and me and Wiz were at that show, and he had asked the crowd at one point, like, "Well, he was talking about like fried chicken and watermelon, and he goes, "Well, what's the white equivalent of white food?" And somebody yelled out Hot Pockets, and he went on, I don't know, like a 15-minute tirade about how Hot Pockets was the whitest food ever. And so whenever somebody says the word Hot Pocket, I kind of get a little offended. And so at this point, if you called me, and nobody's ever called me a Hot Pocket, I'm telling you, if someone called me that, I would immediately be like, that's kind of fucked up, bro. Like, I don't know if you could say that with a hard pocket. You know what I mean?
A hard T?
A hard T, whatever you want to
hot
say.
pocket.
Whatever the joke is you want there, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'd be a hot pocket.
A hot pot.
A hot pocket.
That's how black people say it anyway. A hot pocket.
I was watching a video on TikTok one day, and this guy was like making something. He was making a calzone. He goes, "It's a lot like a hot pocket." And I go, "Did you just explain?" Like, I could say obvious shit too.
No, he reverse explained to calzone.
Yeah, it was the dumbest thing. I was like, I just whoop, right.
The whole point of the hot pocket is just like, yeah, it's a little mini calzone. And he's like, nah, this calzone I'm making, kind of like a hot pocket.
Stupid.
This is what they based the hot pocket on. Would have been a much more acceptable answer.
It's like showing somebody the sample of a song. It's like,
What's funny to me is every once in a while, I feel like there was a lady who, one of the heirs to the Hot Pocket money, like made the news, and they're like, it was the Hot Pocket heiress. And I just think that's a funny thing to be. Like, oh, where'd her family get their money? Oh, that's the Hot Pocket family.
That is Madam Pocket.
Yeah.
the pizza roll heiress, the pizza roll dynasty. Like
That's the Totinos.
Whoever
That's the
had
Totinos dynasty.
the Totino's family.
Somebody's living off of that money.
Yeah.
I don't like the
I'm trying to think what other industries out there are like there are people living off of that money for
Everything.
and I get that, but like what
Somebody-
weird ones are there?
the Vagisil dynasty.
I mean, that's probably just some pharmaceutical
We've been cleaning
company.
pussies for centuries,
But it
dude.
is probably one scientist. It's like, oh, that's like the Sackler
Sold the
family,
patent
but
for
it's-
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd the Rutgers make their money? His dad was really into curing vagina problems.
This guy
I don't know what
hates
that
yeast
says about his
infections.
wife, but he really studied the
Real
problem.
mad about yeast infections, this guy.
What do you think about the lady who married the guy who invented Summer's Eve? Like,
I know. Yeah.
what's that say about her? She doesn't want to tell her husband what everybody does?
No, the wife of the first OBGYN was like, what, you're going to look at everybody's vagina? Wait, what?
That's probably how he met his wife.
I'm just checking these around.
He finally found a good one.
Hey, how about that now?
It's easy to find on this one. I'm going to keep it.
Love it. Love it. Love
Right
it.
there, North
Love it.
Star.
First exam.
Oh, damn, this one stands out like Clay Higgins. I'm easy to
I'm
find.
easy to find.
Looks like a busted ravioli.
A busted Hot Pocket.
Real cheesy and gooey. All right.
Ew, the fillings are coming out of this.
A lot of tomato sauce.
Shout out to the Tampax dynasty.
It's real dry, but you got to get past the cardboard.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's
They had a
hair
real
in my
rivalry
food.
with the Maxi Pad dynasty, but they've compromised.
There's a hair in my food. Oh, God. Cheesy ravioli.
I mean,
Who makes Hot Pockets? Hormel?
I think it's...
Honestly,
I
it
think
might be-
Hot Pocket's a standalone company.
Standalone. That's been taken under.
I was about to say, there's no way Hot Pockets are operating alone.
I mean, they sell them next to Totino's.
Yeah.
I'm well versed on
I
the
feel like
pizza aisle.
Stouffer's or somebody was bought.
It might be Stouffer's.
You know what I mean?
So,
That
yeah.
seems like a Stouffer's
Banquet.
Or
I don't know if it's
or like
Banquet,
whoever
but
owns Kraft, Procter Select.
Kraft,
Yeah, or
Procter and Gamble.
Johnson,
there you go.
Johnson and Johnson, probably. I don't know.
Well, they were more into baby powder.
Johnson
Shit.
Johnson, the family company.
Hell
So
yeah.
there used to be a comedian out of Kansas City. I can't. His first name was Joe. I don't remember his last name.
Rogan.
He was a retired executive for Johnson and Johnson. And one time I was working in Oklahoma City with him, and we were at the bar before the show, and one of the waitresses walking by, and he was like, "Hey, Megan, your hair, you changed your hair." And she's like, "Wow, you remember that from the last time you were here?" And she's real impressed. And then later in the night, we were back at the condo, and we're sitting there, and I was watching TV or something. He was playing on his computer or doing something on his computer. And somehow, I don't know what came up to what he was doing. He goes, "Oh, I'm just updating my file." And I was like, "Your file?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "When I was in business, I learned that, when I met people, I would make a note about them, so the next time I went back, I could look back at my notes and I'd have something interesting to talk to them about."
Jesus.
And I thought, wow, that's a really good idea. But that lady at the bar was real impressed that you knew that she had blonde hair last time. But little does she know you got a fucking file on her back in your house. I feel like she'd be real creeped out by that if she knew that.
No, they do that at the dentist.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I
Is that
remember
what they
going-
do?
I remember going to the dentist one time and looking over and it said, "Gabe went and saw Ed Sheeran since the last time he was here."
Did you try to get that redacted from the file?
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, I took my sister to that. All right."
I might die in some kind of accident. I don't want somebody looking at this. I don't-
Like, damn, did he make it to Ed Sheeran?
He's got a great first date plan for later this week. You go back 6 months later, it's like, oh, man.
We're going to try to identify him by his dental records, but this is the guy who went to Sheeran. This definitely couldn't be that guy.
I like the idea that my dentist had to type in, "How's the family?" And then the next time I went in, she goes, "Oh, he's divorced now."
You should have told him how you really hated the Ed Sheeran comment. See if they made a note of that in there.
Yeah, I couldn't lie about it. That was really fucking
I'm sure it was
good.
amazing.
Make sure Ed Sheeran's not playing on Pandora when he walks in.
One time, me and Wiz got drank to a Michael Bublé concert. We had no idea who he was.
Michael Bublé would kick ass.
One of the
Michael
best shows
Bubbles.
I've ever been
Oh,
to in
yeah.
my
My
life.
mom's a big fan.
Dude's got a hockey rink in his basement. Real Canadian.
Real Canadian, yeah. I remember
Him and
hearing
Chad
about
Kroger.
That's not. I think that might have been the last show I ever saw at the Kansas Coliseum before it closed.
Last one I saw was Casting Crowns.
Ah.
It's a Christian
Christian
worship
rock band.
band.
Jesus.
Do not disgrace rock and roll like that. They are not a rock band.
Christian, what'd you call him?
I just said a Christian band.
No, what was the name of it?
Casting Crowns.
Casting Crowns. I should have known that sounded Christian.
Yeah. What was their song?
Do you think that?
I'm trying to think.
Do you know what they might be?
Are they, I Can Only Imagine? No.
No, that's Mercy Me.
Okay. I don't know what Casting Crowns
I don't remember
song
any of
is.
their songs.
Good God.
I think Big Daddy Weave was on that show too.
You know
Casting
what?
Crowns seems like some kind of Christian sex move.
I'm going to take you home and cast some crowns.
You act like
you know what I'm
Christians
saying?
have more than one sex move.
It's missionary.
The ones that listen to Casting Crowds in the bedroom only do
The New
missionary.
York missionaries.
Yeah, big on soaking.
Are you looking up their album?
Yeah, it's gonna kill me if I can't think of what it is.
Yeah, it's
what it
bugging me
is.
too.
Of course, you don't have a song,
Did they
thing that's a single.
Did they cover any Nine Left Dead songs?
Tell him that.
I was telling Felix last night that I went to a concert. I went to a Hinder concert at the
On the
Cotillion.
lips of an angel.
I had a meet and greet deal, so I had to go in before the show to meet Hinder. And so I was there for the opening act, and I was sitting in the back of the Cotillion. I don't know if I was with somebody, but I was sitting there, and the whole time this opening act I was on band was the name of their band was Nine Left Dead. All the bands were from Oklahoma City. And the whole time I'm back there, and I don't really know that I know that much about music to ridicule it, but I was just back there tearing them apart on Twitter. And I think I was even tagging them in the post. Just making stupid, mean jokes for no reason other than us being a dick about it. Because it was the opening band.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Yeah. So, but after they get done with their set,
Life song.
I'm going to go. That sounds like a terrible song.
I don't even remember that one.
I can't. It sounds
Praise you in
crazy.
this storm.
Crazy in this storm. That sounds like a good Christian song. I lost my Bible in the wind. So after they got done with their set, I was going out to smoke a cigarette, and as I was walking by the merch table, that whole band was standing over by the merch table. And as I was walking by, all of a sudden, and there's people like in line to buy their merch, and they're all standing over there, and all of a sudden I just hear, and I'm just walking by, going to get my cigarette, and I hear, Mr. Biggs, that's Mr. Biggs, and I realize that all the guys in the band, or the members of the band, are yelling at me as I walk by. They had seen me perform somewhere in Oklahoma at some point, and they remember, they start yelling my jokes at me.
Oh, no.
And then at one point they're like, come over here, and they like stop their little thing and take a picture with me in front of all these people. And all I'm thinking is like, I gotta get the fuck outside and delete some tweets. And I don't know, I never heard from those guys. I don't know if they got some alerts, but I deleted all those tweets. And they were probably a good band. I don't know. And I don't think they're still together, but if you guys are out there, it was a good show. And I'm
You think
sorry.
they got left for dead?
Maybe, I don't know. The album, I did look it up one time, and it was on Apple Music, so they did have something, but I don't know if they're still together.
Is it, what was the band name called?
Nine Left Dead.
Nine Left Dead, I think is what it was, something like that.
All right, I'll leave it alone.
I don't know. What's that? Is that what's wrong with that?
I don't know what.
I said left.
Oh, you did say Left for Dead, and I just kind of brushed past it
I
because
know,
it was
that's-
wrong,
I was-
and I didn't feel like correcting you right then.
I know, it's fine.
You're welcome, but you kind of ruined it.
I know.
But the other thing at that concert that pissed me off and always bothered me was the guys who, I don't remember who the middle band was, but the second band, when the lead singer at one point kind of stopped, and he's like, and he's talking to the crowd, and he goes, I just want you guys to know that it's a real great honor to be touring with the last of the legendary rock stars. There will never be another real rock star other than the guys in Hinder. And I'm just like, in the back, like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard
Yeah.
in my fucking life. That you even put them in that category. And then
Mick
to say-
Jagger's still on the
and
road.
then to
We all
say
know
that
that.
they're
right?
the last. Like, nobody's going to be better than them ever. Like, I don't think so.
Yeah, Hinder hasn't had more than the one hit.
I think they had two. They had Lips of an Angel and another one.
Yeah, probably. But it was probably like shortly after, so
think-
they were still riding
Yeah,
high.
I mean, it was like their second album.
Yeah.
But it's still, I mean, it was a good concert.
I want to hear your voice.
I have no problem with Hinder. I just have a problem with that guy referred to them as.
As the last great rock band.
No, the last great rock star. Like, there's never going to be another rock star.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Like, those guys are the last. Like, nobody's going to play rock music as good as
I mean, have we ever seen them perform "Lips of an Angel" live?
It's
did.
not great.
I did.
Now.
Was it good? How was it?
That's fine.
At least that one song.
It was fine.
I'm sure Collective Soul
I
does
just
a
couldn't believe he
fantastic.
was saying that about somebody that he was standing on stage at the Cotillion
At the
when
Cotillion,
he
yeah.
said, you know what I mean? Like, out of all the places to make that claim, I'm like, okay, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Aerosmith said it at Arrowhead last week, so.
I might as well be standing inside a Quick Shop talking about how good Quick Trip is.
Quick Stop used to be the shit. And then Quick Trip came around. That's the last of the real good American gas stations.
Yeah.
Wait till they discover Sheets. It's on the East Coast.
Never been to Sheets.
I feel like Sheets and Quick Trip are pretty similar. aren't
They're
they?
very similar, but Sheets made to order food game is like way up there.
I hear the Sheets Corporation is a real good company to work for.
Yeah.
I hear that I know some comics that work their corporate party every year, and apparently they do this huge thing where everybody gets to come in the company And they do like a 2-day thing where like half the company comes one day and the other half the company comes the second day, and they have like a big event all day long for everybody.
Oh, that's
I'm
sick.
sure it's a cool company to work for.
I thought you were
I've
doing
never
a
been to
bit.
Sheets, no.
I thought you were doing a bit. I was like,
I don't even know why I thought that was interesting, other than I've heard the
I mean, no, I guess it
they're
is.
always nice. They're always clean.
Yeah.
I've been to a bunch.
I like Buc-ee's.
Oh, well, Boosie's
I know
is
that's-
on a different level, dude.
I know that's basic, but that's fantastic.
That's on a different level. That's low level. Like,
That's a tourist thing.
it really
Yeah.
is.
They want you to eat their beaver nuggets.
I'll eat some
The
beaver nuggets.
brisket
dude.
sandwiches.
I choked on one of those once.
Dude,
That sounds like something Shane would say.
I'll never. Dude, the one time we were eating tacos at that one place and he almost died.
Those compadres.
And you were just like, no, he's fine. And you were just like, anywho.
He looked like he knew what he was doing.
And I'm like, I feel like somebody should go check on him. You're like, yeah, you should. I'm like, and just zero concern. I want you to know, he showed zero concern for you in the bathroom choking to death.
Good, you shouldn't have. I was
He
fine.
didn't seem like he was in a state of distress where he needed assistance.
I just didn't want to inconvenience anybody by asking for help.
It's embarrassing to puke up a taco in the middle of your taco.
Yeah. And then I can't eat the rest of the taco because there's puke on it. So I'd rather go do it in the toilet.
When I was an alcoholic, I used to always sober up with a foot-long Subway sandwich. I'd eat the first 6 inches, go vomit it up, and then eat the other 6 inches, and I'd be fucking killed. Let's go.
I definitely thought he was going to say foot-long chili cheese coney from Sonic.
No,
Because
that's-
that sounds
I'm not really a chili cheese coney guy.
I'm not big on fast food chili.
Yeah, ever since they found the thumb in the Wendy's one, that kind of...
Where was that in town?
I don't remember. It was a big deal in the early 2000s.
No.
You were a wee
I was
lad.
born in the early
Yeah.
2000s.
Wasn't that like proven to be like a false thing though?
Yeah, it was. They cut off somebody else's thumb, put it in the chili, and then claimed to find it in the chili, but it wasn't.
When
The
I was a-
chili's frozen.
I remember somebody finding a Band-Aid in a Godfather's pizza when I was a kid.
Godfather's.
Godfather's pizza is
ruled.
fantastic.
I guess.
The dessert pizza was killer.
Oh man, you a big Pizza Ranch guy?
I've only like with ranch on my pizza. Or you talking about the restaurant Pizza Ranch?
The restaurant.
I've been there once. They have arcade games.
You're like him with pinball machines.
I ate CC's. I don't know. That.
CC's ruled.
Yeah.
CC's was
CC's.
pretty gangster back in the day.
And then there was a place down on the south side of Wichita for a while called Irby's, and they would make a macaroni and cheese pizza if you went in there and asked.
CC's had a mac and cheese
Is that
pizza.
they did too?
Yeah.
Irby's was really good. It's not there no more.
Italiano's was good too on the west side.
There was one in Derby
There's one of
too.
those still in Derby. I
Oh,
think.
really?
Yeah.
I don't go to Derby much.
Pizza John's is going to Derby.
Pizza John's.
Not
I
Papa
don't
John's.
have
There's a
that.
Pizza
Yeah,
John's.
yeah.
Is there a Pizza John's in Hutch?
No, there's only one Pizza John. I mean, there might be other Pizza Johns in the road, but there's only.
No, there's a
John's
Pizza
Derby
Ranch in
is a
Hutch. I gotta
standalone.
go.
Now you're thinking of Taco John's.
Did you ever eat at that pizza taco place or taco
Loved
pizza?
it.
You did?
Charlie's Pizza Taco? That
Yeah.
place ruled.
It's all right.
I ate there several times.
Really?
Yeah, and then they turned into a food truck and moved to Colorado when weed got legalized out there because, you know,
Hell yeah.
that made sense.
But isn't there still a pizza taco in Kingman? Because that's originally was a restaurant.
Oh,
called Kingman,
really?
Kansas. Yeah.
I guess I gotta go to Kingman
So I think
now.
there's a pizza taco in Kingman. Or at least there used to be.
I had a librarian in college that told me to never go to Kingman Lake, and I've never even breached the idea of even approaching the town of Kingman.
You know, why would you ever go to a
She
lake?
probably read some dated ass encyclopedia that said there was a swamp monster.
Why
there
would you
or
go to a
something.
lake anyways? You don't seem like much of a guy who's going camping. Do you camp?
No, we're working on that.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna take him camping.
That's weird.
We're
You're
gonna
taking him to your
document
family's
it.
ranch, though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make him sleep in a tent.
Really? You guys gonna sleep in a tent together? Or are you gonna make him sleep in his own tent?
No, I'll probably sleep in a hammock.
What the fuck? You're not gonna put me on. You're not gonna make me sleep on the ground. and
I'll
sleep
bring
in
an
a
air
hammock.
mattress.
No. You're sleeping on the air mattress with me.
Why was?
You're on the ground with me.
Why
You
does
know
he
I
gotta be
sleep
on
with my
the-
ass out.
The same air.
Yeah, we sleep with our asses
The
out.
same air mattress? Or are you gonna? can
Are
you
we
have
going
one
nuts
next
to
you?
butts or butts to butts?
Nuts. What?
You're-
I think we're gonna surpass.
Butts to butts would be. I would way prefer butts to butts. What was the other option?
Nuts to butts.
No. Because I don't think I trust you, and I don't think you trust me.
Nope, not at
so
all.
yeah, no, butts to butts.
I want to know which one's the big spoon, little spoon.
I'm definitely
Obviously, I'm the
Little
big spoon.
I think you should take Shane camping, but make him sleep in a different tent.
I won't take him out to my grandparents' property, but I'd take him camping somewhere.
It would be funny to take him camping.
We should blindfold him and lose him on the property.
No, but in the middle of the night, just pack up your camp and leave. So you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
That's
yeah.
exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
I think
That'd
that
be
would be
awesome.
a great time and set up hidden cameras
You're going to
everywhere.
have to edit this out of the podcast so he can't find out about our plan ahead of time. I might go on that camping trip if we're going to ditch Shane. Because here's two things I'm all about. Leaving a camping trip early and ditching Shane. You know what I'm saying?
Leaving a camping trip early.
Those are two things I can't in fact get behind.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Every camping trip I've ever been on, about halfway through it, I was like, I could have.
All right, let's go home.
I've seen the lake. I'm ready to go.
But we're gonna do s'mores. I got a stove.
That might be what I stuck around for. You know what I mean? It's shortly after the s'mores that I'm like, all right.
I'm ready to go. All right, we're about to do s'mores. Okay, hold on. we wait a few more minutes.
Like, you know how when you get there and you're like, all right, time to put up the tent? I'm like, let's think about it.
We really sure we want to sleep out here?
Let's hold off on
Been
that.
here for 10 minutes, dude. What the?
I mean, worst case scenario, I'll end up in the backseat of my car.
Pretty sure the next town over's got a day's in.
I had a friend who sleepwalked, and I remember going as a teenager out to El Dorado Lake, and he woke up and the neighbor's like truck, like not the neighboring campsites, like there were truck, and he woke up and he easily couldn't figure out where the fuck he was until he like sat up and looked around. And he's like, I'm not in my campsite. I couldn't imagine waking up in a stranger's truck.
That would be insane.
Because you're not at home, and you're also not in your yard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're way away.
Yeah.
Also, what if it was a really nice truck? I'd be like, oh, I don't want to wake up in a better place than I live. That's a King Ranch.
This thing's got to be stolen.
Wake up, you're on on the highway. Like, what the
I saw somebody
Just pop
post.
up in someone's back window.
I saw somebody post a news clipping from the Wichita Eagle from years ago about a story about somebody getting arrested at a store in town for trying to pass a counterfeit $16 bill. And I just thought this would be the easiest case ever. $16.
I got you right here. Exact cash.
Yeah.
a bill for
I don't have the money for this thing. I
$16.23.
need $16. How am I going to get it?
Wouldn't you know? I got an old Tubman over here.
An old Tubman. Why is she on the $16 bill?
I don't know, because I knew there was something
It's
about
weird to get
getting
picked
her
up.
on a bill recently, and so
Person
that's
from
It's going to be on the 20.
Black history. That people
Oh, they're
know.
taking
They're
out.
going to start circulating them here. I think in like next 2030 is when they're going to start printing them. I think. I don't
Why
know.
are they waiting another 10 years?
Yeah, that's
they
a
feel like
long-ass
they could
time.
expedite this process.
I don't know. I don't know if
Trying
I'm
to
even
catch
right
up from
on
the
that
coin
one.
shortage.
Would you know? Would you know, Caleb?
I can find out.
Black ass Harriet Tubman.
I don't think you're supposed to say it like that.
No.
I don't think we're supposed to
Do you
say
think
it
she
like
was a
that.
nice lady? I bet she was real pushy.
No, real pussy.
You got to keep it moving.
Yeah,
You slack it off. We're trying
very,
to get out of here.
very efficient woman.
Yeah.
Real focused on her career.
Yeah. Didn't spend a lot of time digging tunnels, though,
No,
which kind
no.
of bummed me out.
Underground
when I figured
Railroad.
that out.
Guess what? Not underground.
Really bummed me out when I found that.
I wonder what she would, like, if she had been born at a different time in history, what her job would have been. I think she'd been like a lunch lady. Somebody knew how to move a line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got a point. Manager at a Chick-fil-A
Yeah,
drive-thru.
and I'm not trying to like be demeaning. I'm saying something where you need
What
somebody who knows how to
efficiency?
be. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. What could you do?
The Tubman dollars are going to be after December of 2030. Yeah.
20. Yeah. So I
That's a
was.
long
It
time.
can't be that hard to just like get a new person.
Apparently it
Yeah.
is. Apparently it is. I don't
They're gonna be
know.
dollar bills.
I've seen
$20
how it's
bills.
made. Have you
$20.
seen how fast them things fly through that? Yeah, like when they're making bills and printing shit, those things go fast.
She just do an impression of a machine.
Yep.
He does that all the time.
I mean, you know, hey,
All right. We all want to do one more shot of this moonshine and get out of here?
I mean, I don't care.
We can do that. I'm going to hungry.
All right. Let's do it. Where'd you get this from? You got this from a guy outside?
There's a guy that comes into the place that we spend a lot of time at. He's trying to make me buy something, but he doesn't understand that I don't really drink. So it's been in my fridge for 2 months, and every time he comes in, he's always like, have you tried it? And I'm like, I'm waiting to go on this stupid podcast. So, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's tasty.
Mr. Biggs.
Yes.
I hope you got something good out of this.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think we did. I think we did.
At least we laughed hard at it. I don't care if anybody else
Do
does.
you want me to say Boo again?
Caleb's face when he
What? I don't really feel like that's bad.
He just went, whoa.
A week after he just never mind. No, thank.
What did you say something bad last week? What'd you say?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say? Lawn cricket? What? I don't even know if that's really a thing.
I don't know.
made
It
that
just sounded mean.
I
It
know.
sounds real racist.
up. Whatever.
He said that he didn't like black people.
Well,
Names it.
See, he does this.
Hey, I just asked the question.
He does this. Stay tuned next week for intervention.
you're a real. You're a
Next
real
week is
he's a real hot pocket.
hey.
Not you.
Oh damn. Called you a hot pocket.
I wouldn't be offensive to me. I don't think other people would be offended by it. I'd be like, which kind of hot pocket?
Pepperoni?
Ham and cheese, bitch.
Don't call me a lean pocket. That's kind of a compliment, maybe.
All right. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Find him. We'll put his socials down there. Follow him
Yeah.
because he's
You don't
funny.
have to do that. But funny, Mr. Biggs.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Funny Mr. Biggs on shit.
Yeah.
And
All right, toodles.
toodles.
God bless you.
Gotta keep you.
We out.
I had my headphones turned up way too loud.
Yeah, that was really loud. You better put the lid on that moonshine before something gets broken or stained.
Oh, shit.